Hey, what's going on everybody? Jake Andrews here with Blues Rock Guitar Lessons, and I'm excited to do this quick video lesson with you today on blues turnarounds. Now that's a question I get asked all the time is, Jake, how can I add some cool turnarounds into my lead playing so I don't just sound like I'm aimlessly noodling around? I want to sound like I know what I'm doing, okay? So I've picked out 5 classic blues turnaround licks that you can use in any 1-4-5 chord change blues, a fast up-tempo shuffle, a slow blues, and you can use these in any key. You can kind of adapt them as well, okay? Take the main idea from them. Now, if you don't exactly know what I mean by the turnaround, so we are working with just basic 1-4-5 chord change blues here. Blues, blues rock, even rock songs, okay? That's our basic chord progression. Now the turnaround is when we go through all the chords of the song, we come up through the 5, we're on the 5, and we come back to the 4, and then we hit the 1. That's where we throw our lick in, we do our lick, and then we turn around at the end of it right back to the 5 chord change. And that ends the verse, okay? So we do that at the end of every verse. So that's what the turnaround is when we do that quick change back to the 5 at the end of every verse. All right, so these 5 classic blues turnarounds, come in here close and let me show you how to play them. All right, here we are. So number 1 on my list of top 5 blues turnarounds that I'm going to show you today, classic blues turnarounds. In fact, these are all intro lick turnarounds, okay, which is pretty cool. So number 1, CROSSCUT Saw by the great Albert King. Yes, sir, I got to play with him one time when I was a little kid here in Austin. Great Albert King. So CROSSCUT Saw, key of G sharp, right? It has that cool up-tempo rhythm. Right. Now Albert King, of course, he used some effed up tuning and he played upside down left-handed. So we aren't about to be able to play it exactly like he did it. I'm just replicating it the way I think is best for playing in standard tuning. All right, so here is the lick without further ado. And that's going into, see, there's that 5 right there where I turn around. That's what the turnaround is. So one more time. Badass lick. Okay, so watch me do this slow. I'm starting, here's my first position for G sharp. I'm starting a full step behind my box and I'm going to slide in on the 2nd string. Watch this. Drop down there and then 2nd string pull off. And I'm going to roll it up. And kind of hesitate on that 3rd string. Quickly return back here and go. So I'm back and forth on that 1st string. Hit that twice, and then I go into my walking up back to the 5. Okay? Now notice all those little subtle bends here on the 3rd string. And the 4th string as well. Okay, here's the whole thing again slow. And once again, full speed. Great turnaround lick you can use in any key. All right. Okay, so my second classic turnaround lick is the instrumental Sidetracked by Freddie King off of this classic album. Man, one of the greatest blues guitar albums ever recorded. Let's hide away and dance away with Freddie King, 1961, strictly instrumental. Same album that Hideaway came out on. Hugely influential album on generations of guitarists. So you can see Sidetracked, number 4 on the album. All right, so now he's coming, this is in the key of G, first position, and he's coming out of this lick. And here's the turnaround lick. Once again, that lick full speed. So, great lick to play. Like I said, here's the 5. So the turnaround just comes right in that little pocket after we hit the 5, 4, and break on the 1. We do that lick and we quickly turn around back to the 5 there, okay? So, once again, try this in any key. Anywhere, it sounds awesome. Something up-tempo like that, or even a slow. Okay, and let me play it slow for you once again here. So I'm kind of working off of that F chord shape. I'm going to hammer second string, and then an up-down bend. So up-down bend, and then I'm kind of back and forth here with that same kind of partial bend. One more time. Okay. And that's Sidetracked. And if you listen to the original song, you'll hear he does that lick at the end of almost every verse. Okay. All right. Okay, number 3 is Sweet Home Chicago by the legendary Robert Johnson, the mythical Robert Johnson. Sweet Home Chicago, one of the most covered and overcovered blues songs, but the original version, of course, is unbelievable. Robert Johnson, cut in the late 1930s. Okay, now, of course, he did not play it on an electric Fender Esquire. But that's okay, we're gonna do it anyway. So, key of F sharp is the original. Now, I have it capoed, so I can play like I'm in the key of open E, except I'm right here at F sharp, okay? And it's just this kind of, you know, basic 12-bar blues rhythm, Jimmy Reed. Baby, don't you wanna go? That's our basics there, okay? So we're gonna go to the 5 chord, which is that B7 shape. Now when I hit the 4, right here, this open, he comes up here and plays this. And then we can hit the open E. And we're gonna do this. This is our turnaround lick, our classic Robert Johnson. Okay, that's the lick. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm on the root note here in the 2nd position, 2nd string, and you can try it with your ring finger. It's probably easiest if you keep your pinky there on the 2nd string and ring finger on the 5th string. Now, you're going to have to either hybrid pick this or just pluck it if you're just playing with your fingers. And I'm going 1, 2, and I'm going to just walk back the A string. And the last one just pluck together. and then turn around back to your B7 shape. So once again, full speed all together. And then you're into a new verse. Okay, now of course we could do that without a capo if it's not open. You could do this in any key. Say we're in A. Come up here, second position, second string, the root note, and just do it there. You'll also hear it picked like this. Okay? A lot of classic songs have used that riff. I mean, check out LaGrange, ZZ Top. Also, Jesus Just Left Chicago, ZZ Top. You hear that lick all the time. Now, I will say it's probably most common, not played there, but on the back side of our first box, whatever key we're in. So if we're in A, it's probably most common to play it back here, same fingering, but drop down to the fourth and first string. So I'm going to do that same walk down here. And E right there. So any key, if I was in C, it would be right here. Or and then we turn around right to the 5. Okay, so once again, that's our Robert Johnson Sweet Home Chicago classic riff. Okay, number 4 is Sweet Little Angel by the king of the blues, B.B. King, the magnificent, the greatest blues singer in the world, B.B. King. Sweet Little Angel, 1957 is when it came out. Okay, so the original is in the key of C sharp. Okay, BB's always playing in these off keys. Here's C sharp. Okay, so here's the intro with the turnaround. And I'm going to come in right here on the 1. The 4. Okay, so that's kind of what it sounds like. So the riff is, and here's the turnaround. So pretty simple, but it just has that classic BB sound. And these kind of hammer-on and pull-offs, these quick hammer-on and pull-offs that he was playing, especially a lot of back then in the 50s. I mean, it's so obvious. You can hear where Clapton got Hendrix and Clapton and many other players, okay? That's all early B.B. King, okay? So that lick is right here. It's a combination of major and minor notes. C sharp. I'm bending that major note. Now watch this. I'm rolling it up on those major notes. And then I'm finally going to answer it with this second string. I'm going to pick it, hammer on and pull off, and go. And see, there's the 5 here. So on this particular lick, I'm returning to the 5 down here and not there. Once again. And then it goes into the song. One more time, full speed. That's a great one to use on a slow blues or a medium tempo blues. Say we're in A, and I go to the 5, and I return back to the 1. Awesome turnaround. Awesome, awesome. Okay, folks, number 5 is Frosty by the Texas great, my friend Albert Collins. I was fortunate enough to know Albert Collins and play with him a bunch when I was a little kid. Man, what a guy. Houston, Texas. So Frosty, classic blues instrumental, released 1969 in the key of D. All right. Now, Albert Collins, that is, both Alberts, Albert Collins also uses some messed up tuning, man. His tuning is all out of whack. So I'm just replicating this in standard tuning the way I feel, you know, you can get that sound that he got. He was tuned to like F sharp minor or F minor, and he used his capo all the time. So we're not using a capo, we're just going to try to play it standard here in our D position. Awesome song. So if you're not familiar with this song, you need to be, okay? This is a classic of blues lead guitar playing. Like I said, Houston, Texas. That's where Albert Collins came out of. And so here's the turnaround. It's on the intro verse, the first verse. Okay, he goes. Okay, so you can see to get that Albert Collins sound of the notes he's using, I'm kind of jumping between the first box and then these notes back here, kind of in our 5th position. But of course, I'm getting some of the major. It's kind of that 7th chord shape. I have the major and minor blend right here, okay? So that's the actual turnaround lick, okay? But check out this whole thing. He's going to play in the 2nd position. First, 2nd position again. And then. That's the whole kind of turnaround lick, okay? Once again. And then I come here and I go. Okay, I go sharp and then I pull it off. And I hit that 6th note, that major 6. Jump back here again on the 1st string. And then I play off this little 7th lick here. So it's a pull off. Okay, watch that. And then jump back here. Sometimes he throws in this note. Awesome, awesome. Okay, once again, full speed. Yeah. All right. And ladies and gentlemen, I wanted to give y'all an extra special, extra turnaround here at the end. I know I said 5, but I couldn't hold back. I wanted to do something a little more on the modern side. Not really, because this is 1968. But this is Cream, CROSSROADS. Everybody knows this. Eric Clapton on guitar. And that turnaround lick he uses on the intro is badass. It's very closely, is very close to the B.B. King and Freddie King stuff, but of course played 100 miles an hour through a Marshall stack. Okay, that's kind of the difference. So that intro on CROSSROADS, when we get to the 5, which is E, kind of full speed, okay? So where I'm on the 5, and then he kind of comes in on the lead lick right when we go to the 4, and it looks like this. That's the lick. We're not really to the turnaround, so I'm just going to play that one more time slow. And here's the lick. Very similar to those Freddie King licks. Watch this. Hammer to the major 3rd. Pull off here, either ring or pinky. And come back to that 5th, just like we did on the BB lick. And come up and hammer back onto the 3rd. And then finally, that's a great lick where I hammer, go to the 5 here, and then go straight up to the low 5th. Once again, slow. All right, and once again, full speed. Yeah. All right. So those are, well, 6 classic blues rock turnaround licks for you to work into your own improvising in any key. All right. So have fun with that. Now, I would also like to mention some of my instructional courses that are available right now. I have a course called the Ultimate Freddie King Instrumentals course. This course teaches you note for note Freddie King's earliest instrumental recordings, his most influential stuff, the Hideaway album. It's amazing, and the phrasing that he uses is so unique and invaluable. And there's nothing like learning the actual songs and licks from the masters to try to start to integrate that timing and phrasing and those licks into your playing. Freddie King was a master of major and minor hybrid playing, and that really comes out in his sound. So look into that, my Freddie King Ultimate Instrumentals course. And my other newest course is called 7-Day Blues Guitarist. In this course, we really start at the beginning and we lay the foundation for starting to improvise your own blues lead guitar playing. We learn 5 unique blues verses and numerous concepts along the way, like playing over chord changes, rhythm, blues chords, funkier chords, double stops, bending. Everything is contained within this to get you on the road to start playing real blues lead guitar playing. So look into these 2 courses to augment the videos on this channel, and I think you're really going to be pleased. Okay, my friends, I hope you enjoyed that quick video lesson on classic blues turnarounds. Now, leave me some comments here and let me know how you've been able to use those turnarounds in your own playing. Like I said, a great idea is to pull up a backing track in different keys, different tempos, up-tempo, slow blues, and try to work those turnarounds into your playing. You can adapt them as well, you know, make little changes here and there, but keep the basic idea of it the same. All right, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please do so. I put out a lot of badass content like this, so hit that bell icon so you can get an email from me every time I do put out a video. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Thank you so much.